watching a master at work.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
If you're looking at my face, that means you didn't have a ticket to tonight's Central Centennial game, or you're just quite bored. Friday night, 8 p.m., UPTV Channel 6, Tell It Like It Is. Once again, 60 minutes, comedy, song and dance, the best variety show on TV. Tonight I bring to you, to my right, Slappy White. Slappy, good evening.
Hey, how you doing?
Now, what is that you have on this evening?
Oh, it's my Kentucky Colonel.
Could you expound on the Kentucky Colonels?
Kentucky Colonel was one of the ABA teams back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They had Bird Avery, Artis Gilmore, Dan Issel, Cliff Hagan.
Do you think any of the young folks out there listening to what you're saying have any clue who those people are?
Who cares?
Yeah. Artis Gilmore, everybody knows the Big O.
Who cares, though?
I hear you.
Now,
Did Georgetown have a team?
Who cares?
well, you know, tonight, the movie, what is it, Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, that's
so
ABA.
you're paying homage to the ABA with that jersey.
The ABA.
Well, Slappy, welcome. Tell It Like It Is.
Hey, no problem.
Appreciate
Glad
you
to
coming
be
by.
back.
Glad to have you back. I know you was out there last week, you're a professional snow fighter.
Yeah.
Did you win?
Yes.
The blade?
Oh, the blade and the salt always win.
Wow.
No, that's just
You know, I thought Mother Nature, you know, the old saying, you know, can't fool Mother Nature.
You see it stood on the street
Yeah.
right there.
You made your point.
see some toe-up streets.
Now, to my left, you know,
She's
he's been
tall.
on the beaches of Acapulco doing his thing. He's been on hiatus, and now we bring him back, the one and only Big Ben, Johnny Dollar.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good to be back temporarily, you know. Just here to tell it like it is a little bit, talking about sports, and tell you what you want to hear, tell you what you don't want to hear. But that's the way it is.
Is that how it's going to be?
That's how it's going to be down.
Well,
Any questions, you know the number.
I don't know if they do. Do you know who answers the phones?
We got the stat girl.
The one finger wonder?
What's happening? How you doing? Nice to see you again. All right.
How that church plate going back there, Star Girl?
It's awfully good.
What do you have on that plate? Just share with the listening audience.
We have baked chicken and rice and string beans.
Wait a minute, hold that up again so the camera can get that.
Is that like plastic? It looks like plastic from here.
Right, don't that look like one of them
One of them plastic.
Fake food.
Yeah.
Food
fake
Network
plates.
HGTV plates that
Yeah.
she got there?
That's decorated real nice, real nice.
Well, I'm glad you brought enough for yourself.
Thank you, yeah.
You know, just, you know, once again, the camaraderie in this group is just outstanding. Hold my back. 328-8280 if you want to talk to the Nutrisystem girl. She'll be answering the phones. Tonight, since I know a lot of folks might be at the ball game.
We might not.
Or may not. What do you say? Oh, the phone ringing already.
Might not.
I was going to give her an 8-call minimum, and she got one in the first 3 minutes of the show.
She still got 8.
Still got an 8-call
7 to
minimum?
go. She got 7 to go.
7 to go. Well, I guess what we're going to have to do is go to these phone lines and kick the show off. 328-8280. Call it, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
This is Billy Wayne calling from the Centennial Central County.
Oh,
Hey, that's our roving reporter.
Update.
you going to give us an update?
Yeah, we got Central 42-34 at halftime. Replacement Rice for Centennial came out hot. Well, I would say about 19 points at the half. On the other side for Central, you got Donald Stewart. I think he probably put in about 15 points in the first half. It was neck and neck for most of the half. Central went on a late run at the end of the half. Really tight game, though. Wish I could get up here.
Well, you know, Wayne, we would like to be there, but we know you can handle it for all 4 of us. You know, one thing I do want to advise you, watch the hot nacho cheese when you're at the concession stand.
And there's too many million men running around. I ain't even gonna try to mess with it, man. It's a madhouse up here.
Okay,
The gym is fully packed. The thing's a nice turnout.
real quick, how's Verdell Jones doing and how's James Kinney Jr. doing?
James Kinney, 2 points. Verdell is running the show. He's quite good for about 8 points or so.
Okay.
There's also a Tubby Smith fighting in the house.
Tubby Smith?
Yeah, Tubby Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the final thing is, anybody in foul trouble, anybody got to worry about in the second half?
Keith Biggins has 2, and I think Jeff Johnson from Centennial has 2, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Go get two bags of Skittles and a large Pepsi.
About 8:45 or so.
Give us a call back.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Well, that was our roving
reporter.
Big Wayne. I don't know how much roving he does. He's just reporting.
He get going, he go.
He get rolling
Hard to stop.
downhill like a snowball. Well, Wayne will give us some updates throughout the evening on the second half of the Central Centennial game. But as he just reported, Central's up 42-34 in the regional finals going on over at Champaign Centennial, the Chargers gym. So hopefully we'll have a final score before the show is off. But we're going to jump right into something that started off at 12:01 today. You know, we talked a few weeks ago about taking the 2007 season and putting it in a package, referring to the NFL. Well, all of a sudden, in less than 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
You unwrapped it.
we unwrapping it because the 2008 season has officially started. And I'm talking about the NFL free agency system. It has now started. Guys who are unrestricted free agents can now go out and negotiate the best deals with new teams and whoever they like. And today started off with a few fireworks. You've got some players like Asante Samuel, who was with the Super Bowl runner-up New England Patriots. He is now a Philadelphia Eagle. Kavika Mitchell, linebacker for the New York Super Bowl champion Giants. I know you kind of like that ring over there, Bun. He is now a Buffalo Bill. New York Football Giants. Don't call them world champion Giants.
Just another ring in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, now. Okay, Frank Gifford.
Hey, I mean, they got up there.
Hey, watch your language.
Hey, Big Ben said he got one in their Hall of Fame too.
Yeah, they got one in their Hall of Fame. But my first question for both of y'all, and I'm going to go to the man who just got back from Acapulco, Johnny Dollar, and ask him, free agency, is it overpriced and is it overhyped?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit more of overpriced. You know, there's some people out there that's getting money. I don't think they should get money. There's some decisions being made out there that I think whoever's in charge of making them decisions, I think they're in the wrong position to make them decisions.
What you're saying is they should get fired, huh?
Something should be done, man.
Now, did you see yesterday Oakland gave Tommy Kelly, a defensive end / tackle, 7 years, $50 million. Now, my first question is,
It's on paper.
who is Tommy Kelly?
I don't know who he
Miss
is.
Kelly's son.
Miss Kelly's son.
And Miss Kelly very happy
Yeah.
today.
Sure is.
Tommy Kelly got $50 million. Bernard Berrian, the wide receiver for the Chicago Bears, hasn't had 1,000-yard receiving years in the 4 years he's played for the Bears. He's scheduled to become the second highest paid receiver in all the NFL.
Who's he going to?
Right now, he's up in Minnesota, but he's going to Oakland tomorrow. And you know, Oakland just gave Tommy Kelly $50 million. I'd go out to Oakland too.
And you know, Oakland's trying to get on the map, man. You know, they're not. They just don't understand why they're in this losing procession. They trying to get back up there.
They're in a funk.
Yeah, they in a big funk.
Well, you know, as long as Al Davis is running the Oakland Raiders and he's still hanging on them satin and silk sweatsuits and trying to push around like it's the 60s and 70s, Oakland will never be any good. But Bun, I come to you. Overpriced, overhyped?
I think it's overhyped because I mean, as we know, both know, and Dollar know, that the NFL is the most cutthroat league out there. And
Right.
hold our prayers. They look forward to February 28th, where they might get that money come March 1st, or to be some of them like, man, I just bought this house, this car,
Yeah.
and I got this trip,
Yeah.
and oh Lord knows, please don't let my agent call me and say I've been cut. And you know, it's a big thing now. it's cut. I call it cutthroat day.
Right.
That's where you find out you for real.
A lot of people sweat, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people sweat.
You know, this worse than the draft.
A lot of people
you
sweat.
Ain't got them suit. You ain't got them $4,000. You got the sweatsuit on, and you doing like eating a plate just like somebody over eating. Mm-hmm. And it's just.
So what you saying is there's guys that are sitting out there sweating like a
Oh, it's sweat time over now.
sweating like a guy on Maury Povich waiting for their DNA results to come out.
Yes.
When it comes to your contract, you are not on the team anymore.
Right. I mean, it's ridiculous because you sit there and play a game. You look at some of the old players, how they sacrificed to make the league where it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFL is upper echelon of all professional sports.
Right.
I mean, the Super Bowl, all this, and then you have players. You say, "Well, Mr. Stovall, we're gonna give you $28 million March 1st."
Woo, I'll take it.
February 28th, I'm gonna have GM Dollar call you.
Hello.
It's done deal. Bye.
Wait a minute, what was that $28 million you were supposed to give me?
We ain't give you nothing.
But sometimes they don't even call. Sometimes there's a little tag hanging up somewhere where you say, hey, you know what they
Or
do?
you see it in the bottom of the TV.
What they do to Shaq? Shaq said he was somewhere shopping or somewhere, and he comes out the store and his agent calls him and say, hey, you in Phoenix? He goes, what?
Right.
So it ain't about. They don't call you no more, man.
Well,
You ain't deal with your agent, and your agent deals with you.
and you
Or-
guys just talked about, getting cut in the cutthroat league. Isaac Bruce, who's been down in St. Louis
It's
forever.
time to move on.
Yeah.
They cut
Yeah.
him loose. Javon Curse, the freak out of
Time to
Philadelphia,
move on too.
cut him loose.
He been hurt.
Let me see who else. Gus Farrat down in St. Louis, he got cut loose.
Who?
Gus
Guess who?
Gus Farrat.
Come on, man.
Miss Farrat's son.
Right. They live next to the Kellys. You know,
I
they
bet the Kellers are partying today.
but the grill is fired up, and there's a bunch of
They
chicken
good
wings.
pork.
Woo. They don't have them thin pork chops. They got the thick cut.
Yeah.
Thick cut being cooked up.
Butterfly.
Now, we talk about free agency, and right now, like I said, today was the first day of free agency. A lot of guys going out there getting big money. As fans, we always clamor, if we only had a running back, if we only had a tight end or a lineman or this or that, my team would be better. Well, now, you start off with free agency, and then in April, you have the draft to improve your team. So my question now is, what's the best way to improve your team? Through the draft or through the high-price free agency system?
Think both.
I think free agency first because you have a established player in the league. If you can get one of the players, sometimes it ain't all about getting a name brand player. If someone go and get somebody that have potential, and the combine you saw in the combine, but they like, they might not fit their system.
Right.
You bring them in, and there you look and look. Dollar Bill is the GM of the year.
Right.
And then you go, just say for instance, Dollar Bill go out and draft Joe Stovall, and he's
Oh,
the top.
That's been a bad move.
He's the top man coming out the combine.
I'm terminated. Look at his fingers. He ain't gonna be able to catch no ball, man.
I'm a fullback. I'm not catching the ball out of the backfield. I'm just a blocking fullback.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
I would say if you just need a few pieces, free agency might be the way. Because you look at it, say you got the 27th draft pick. All right, now you on this board in the war room, and you
Right.
go down. You like, man, I wanted him. I want $1. Man, $1 gone. Now then you scrambling. You got 2 or 3 choices, and then all of those 3 choices gone. And you like, man, I wanted him. Then you go free agency, and ain't nobody to pick from.
Right. Now my question is this: I'm playing devil's advocate, Dollar. You pick a free agent to come in and solidify your team, and you give him $20 million up front as a signing bonus.
Okay.
What is his motivation to come in and play when he's got all this money up front, and you draft a rookie who is just getting a little bit of the taste of the glory, and now he comes in and is really fired up. So, free agents, are they truly motivated to play after they get that money?
Yeah, you got to come in as a big dog. When they give you a good lump sum of money, and then you get move everything from wherever you're going, and you walk on that campus of that NFL team. Yeah, you got to be motivated to say, hey, look, they give me this money. I'm obligated. It's just like any other job. You get a big raise somewhere, okay, I'm gonna bust my butt just a little bit more. They gave me a good chunk of money, and that's the way them cats are going in there. Just like the quarterback from Cleveland, they signed old boy, Derek Anderson to a big contract. So he's going into camp right now. He's gonna bust his butt because I believe they got a starter behind him. But I believe if they give you a little bit more money, give you a good chunk of money, and you going in on on training camp, yeah, you're gonna bust your butt just a little bit more. Now, when the season starts, you know, that stuff there, you might, you know, like, hey, everybody know who I am. You know, I'm Johnny Allen. I don't have to, you know, prove nothing to nobody until game time. You know, it's not about, you don't want to take a chance on getting hurt in your little training camp because it's paying you too much money. But you know, but when the game time comes, you're gonna just like look at old Strahan.
Right. But Strahan he's playing for his team that he's been with since he's been in the league. But I look at, like you said, Derek Anderson had a great season this year. Nobody expected him to do the things he did. Now he got 3 years, about $25 million. You got some other guys. Randy Moss right now is a free agent. I don't expect him to go anywhere, even though he is a free agent as of today. I think New England, based on the production he had last year and going into next year with Tom Brady and the team, I think he'll stick around in terms of that. But you know, my thing is on the free agency, I'm just trying to think of that one guy that left his original team and got the free agent contract to go somewhere else and really made a significant difference. You know, that's why I'm kind of stumped right now thinking of that one guy.
Figure out who
was that guy that just made that switch? Because all right, let's look at your Super Bowl champ Giants.
Garcia.
You know,
Jeff Garcia.
All right, Jeff Garcia made some impact, but did he?
Yeah, he ain't.
I'm talking about a guy.
Super.
Right. The Super Bowl was won by a team with the quarterback they drafted, the running backs they drafted, defense that they drafted. You know, that was all theirs. You know, just like we drafted Stat Girl Answer his phone, because we can't use her as a free agent. We'll go to these phone lines, 328-8280. Call and tell us your name, tell us where you call from, tell it like it is.
Yeah, my name's Joe, calling from Champaign.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? I was calling you about these free agents. You know, the other end of that spectrum, you look at the Brandon Lloyd, you know, they get their big payday and get out there and fly for like Edwin James. You know, he probably got that big contract, and you know, I don't think he had average 4 yards a carry since. So,
right.
You know, I guess it can go either way. If a lot of them get that big bonus and kind of lay down.
Caller, if you were in charge of a team, I mean, what direction would you like to go? Would you go out on the free agent market to pick up players to build your team, or would you be a GM that said, I'm just going to draft, college draft, and I'm going to build my foundation through the draft?
I'll probably go with the draft just because my team, the 49ers, you know, they had their heyday, but, you know, they paid that cornerback that from the Buffalo Bills all that money. They got the safety from the Eagles all that money, man. And them guys got lit up like a Christmas tree.
Well,
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
But what?
Looking at that, I'll probably go with the draft.
But where is Brandon Lloyd at, caller, since you brought him up? Where is that dude?
He's on the way. He got cut.
We got released.
The Redskins cut him loose the other day.
You know.
You know. Now, caller, I will give you credit for this. You actually admitted on TV that you were a San Francisco 49er fan.
And that's brave. Hey, that's brave.
That is. You know what? You can fight with me any day, because a man that brave to say that, I bet you can throw down with the best
And believe it or not, caller Slappy, he's a 49er fan too. He just don't want to admit it.
Right. You know, well, as the caller, we appreciate you calling in with the courage to say you're a 49er fan. You hit us anytime. UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is.
That was brave.
Take care, man.
Yeah, 49er fan. That kind of like that. I was like, wow.
Why?
Man, 49ers. Man, wow.
They what? Like he said, in their heyday.
49ers.
Yeah, last.
You know, and you should have, when he said 49ers, you should have just really like, hey man, I feel you.
Right, I feel your pain.
I feel you for real. I used to play John Madden. I used to be 49ers. That John Madden.
I used to light them up.
Look, he over there. Get them thumbs going.
I had 3 plays. No,
Straight
they
up.
didn't want no thumbs.
Now,
You ain't your thumb on the stick.
I don't know how to play the game. I don't play that stuff, man. Do other things, chess, you know, backgammon.
Yeah, chess.
I do cerebral games.
Chess, all right. Chess pie.
Monopoly.
You eat chess pie, don't you?
Yeah, but, you know.
Let's not get in the pot. Let's go ahead, Joe.
Let's
Go ahead.
move in, because
Yep. Go ahead.
get my, let's see, you talking about pie, I'm getting hungry. But back to free agent real quick. Out of all the free agents that's out there right now, who would you want on your team? First of all, Bunny, which team do you have?
Giants.
Oh, the Giants. Okay, because I don't know if it's Tampa Bay. I don't know if it's the Giants. I don't know if it's the 49ers. But out of all the free agents available, who would you want on your New York Giants?
We don't need nobody.
Oh, Lord.
We all right. I was looking at the list. We lose, what, a linebacker?
Yeah, he lost Kavika Mitchell.
Well,
Well, let me answer your question on that, Joe.
with the Bears,
You know, I think Bears really disappointed me, man. As far as this, front office and just like I told you, that's just like they should be brainstorming. I don't know who's doing their brainstorming. I don't know who's making their decisions, but to sign 2 quarterbacks, one that ain't played in what, how many years?
Kyle
Orton.
Orton ain't played in, what, 2-3 years?
And
Played
then
last year.
you got who's the starter?
Rex Grossman.
Grossman, to where he really ain't proved. Well, I mean, I don't know who's making the decisions, man. I think they're putting the money in the wrong place. I mean, there's some quarterbacks out there right now they could pick up that's better than what they got.
Yeah, I think,
No.
what's his name? Sage Rosenfeld from Houston, he's available.
And I don't care what nobody say. I still think Byron Leftwich got a little bit left in the tank. I really do. I think Leftwich got a little bit left in the tank. He's just got to get motivated, get back into the game, man. I think, it's just like the Randy Moss situation when he was at Oakland.
Right.
He didn't like the situation. I think, he needs to get somewhere to where, okay,
he got an opportunity to
exactly,
chance.
Well, I agree with you on Leftwich because I think when he was at Jacksonville, he was a rookie, 3-4 years. If you think about Jacksonville, they really haven't had any receivers other than Jimmy Smith. And when Jimmy Smith left, that's when Leftwich's stats
Yep.
started going down. So I think he needs to go someplace with a solid receiving core, and he's not that mobile.
and work for his position, and then once he earns it, to where he's not worried about, this guy behind him, taking it. I think he needs to.
So, Joe, what does your team need?
What the Vikings need, we need some wide receivers. Number one.
Yeah.
Defensively, we need a rush defensive end. I mean, people talk about, we were number 1 against the run, but we were number 32 against the pass. And the reason why that was,
No pressure.
we had no pressure off the edges. People know they couldn't go up the middle of Minnesota, but they could throw the ball because they got no pressure off the edge. And all it takes, if a quarterback in the NFL gets more than 3 seconds, he's going to pick you apart. So if we can get a defensive end, which I don't even really see any in the free agency system right now, so I think Minnesota will probably have to go through the draft to do that, and I think they got the 17th pick this year. But real quick, back to the Bears. They signed, as you just said, Grossman and Orton. Dumb
That
move.
sounds like a
Man,
disease.
Sorry, you have Grossman Orton.
Oh, no, the hell.
come on, man.
Oh, is there a cure for it?
It's chronic.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, is there a shot I can take?
What'll happen, your first symptoms, you'll start just stumbling around, falling aimlessly. You won't be able to hold on to anything. And then pretty soon, you'll start going colorblind. And you won't be able to differentiate between black and white.
Well, let me just tell you this. If Bears don't win, start off winning with the decisions they're making now, Lovie Smith will not be in Chicago at the year after
Well,
next.
see, to me, that's not fair because
I understand that. It's
Jerry
not
Angelo
fair.
is the one-
I understand that, but it goes back to the head coach.
Yeah.
It really does. It goes back to the head coach.
well, first of all, I don't know if they'll be able to fire Lovey because you see, he's disguised himself. He shaved his head and he got the little gray goatee going now. So I
Yeah.
think he's trying to get a little incognito. The Bears' mistake, letting Bernard Berrian go. You already got the 25th ranked pass offense in the league. So that means you're already horrible.
I mean, Devin Hester gonna step up.
Who's their running back? I ain't seen that.
Right. Well,
who's the running back?
well, let's look at the offense now. Muhsin Muhammad gone. Bernard Berrian, he'll be gone over the weekend. Your running back, you don't have one.
Don't have one.
You don't have a
even
running
if they
back.
were even if they were all healthy, we still don't have one.
Got
Quarterback.
Adrian Peterson.
They have the female.
Like I
Adrian
just
Peterson.
said, even if they were all healthy, Bears still don't have a running back.
They got a great tight end, boy. Have you seen that boy run? He is good. Whew.
But you gotta get the ball to him.
Oh, is that the key? Quarterback? I'm sorry, you have Grossman Orton.
Oh, I love that.
Please, sir, get out my office. That stuff's contagious. But like I said, the Bears, Lance Briggs, I think, is the biggest mistake they're going to make. letting him go.
Bears going to be just like and Chicago fans, they tough, man. They just do not like losing. It's going to be tough if Bears have a second losing season. It's going to be ugly.
They enjoy losing because you look at the team to play on the north side.
This is totally different. We ain't
It's
talking.
the same city.
We ain't talking about that. Slappy, okay?
Look, Slappy, you say one more thing about the Cubs.
We ain't
and
talking
them-
about that.
we
I
talking
got
about
3
them-
baseballs and an orange over here. I'm telling you, Slappy.
Line up straight.
Well, first of all, you better not throw my orange. That's dinner.
Oh,
Leave my orange on the
that's-
table.
Trainer.
Thank you. Right. You ain't even got to do that.
Man, let's cut the boy.
We love you though, man.
But,
if we didn't talk about you, we didn't love you.
But I just think Bears in trouble. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, re-signing Grossman and Orton, I think was probably the biggest mistake. And if I was the Bears, I would have made a hard run at Derek Anderson.
Come on, man.
I'd have made a serious hard run for that. You know, speaking of runs,
Make a run to that phone.
we're going to make this run to this phone line, 328-8280. Call, tell us your name, tell us where you call from, tell it like it is.
Anthony Miles, Champaign, Illinois.
Juice Box!
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Not much. I just wanted to commend the attitude about the 49ers. I'm a diehard 49ers fan myself.
Boy, they coming out.
I feel we had Jerry. I feel we had Randy Moss. We beat back to the Joe Montana game and Jerry Rice.
Juice Box, have you been hitting too many juice boxes?
Juices.
Did you just say that if the 49ers had Randy Moss, they'd be back to the days of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice?
You better believe it.
Now, are you on the Mitchell Report or anything? Are you on any
I think he's
HGH?
right.
No, I'm just a football fan. I know football.
All right,
Who's their quarterback? Who's San Francisco's quarterback?
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith's shoulder is about ready to fall off his body.
They got Frank Gore. One of the top.
Come on, son.
Man, but look, Moss wouldn't want to go to San Francisco just for the fact that you know he wants somewhere where somebody
he
can
just
give him that
left
ball.
that area.
He
He
want to
just
go
left that
somewhere
area.
where somebody can give him that ball, and San Francisco can't do it.
Yeah, give it to him.
Come on, fellas. Do you really think we couldn't get a Super Bowl next year?
No.
Oh no!
Oh, no. Juice Box. I'll tell you what. I'll get you a double case of juices. What you want? High C, Capri Sun, whatever you want. If the 49ers even make the playoffs,
I heard you talk.
they won't even make the playoffs based on their offensive output. Alex Smith is not a NFL quarterback. You found that out last year. Frank Gore looked like a one-hit wonder. And if you put Randy Moss out there, all teams got to do is double coverage him.
And they're gonna hurt the poor man.
Right. You ended the season, Trent Dilfer was your quarterback.
Oh, we're going to do this, fellas. We're going to take it to the Super Bowl next year. I want my 24 back of Capri Sun.
We'll buy him too.
We got your Juice Box. Well, I tell you what, you go back in your bedroom, get on your NFL sheets and polish up that old Pee Wee football MVP trophy you won back in '78, and we'll holler at you next week on Tell It Like It Is.
All right, appreciate you.
Take care, man.
Later.
Juice Box been hitting it. You know what? I think I saw Juice Box on the news out at the unofficial St. Patrick's Day.
Boy.
He had a green juice box, and he was yelling at the police
And you
officer.
notice that's the second caller bringing up them 49ers, and Slappy got a little happy over there. He got a little juice in him.
Slappy got moist, too.
He goes, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah, 49ers.
I think you're right. They might make it to the Super Bowl with Randy Moss.
Come on now. Don't give the viewers false hope. The show is called Tell It Like It Is, not tell them what they want to hear.
Or not tell a lie.
Right.
It's not tell a lie.
There
It's
you
tell like
go.
it is.
Tell like, and you stop that slapping.
Okay.
Do that again.
Get my poke.
There you go. Slap your colonel. Even though it don't look like a colonel,
Man,
that looked like more like a new lieutenant. Then you got your 1967.
who was you in 1967?
I was running around. I was 3. I was running around.
Question
But hey,
is, where
man.
was you at? You weren't even existed.
Right.
They weren't even thinking about you.
I was swimming.
You was coming up the canal.
We need to go on, Karen. Y'all
We said we need to change up. Family show.
from pie to canal. Let's go.
All right, I'm sorry. NFL, let's get out of that.
Yeah, let's get done with that.
Let's get with the round ball, the NBA. The NBA's rolled into the second half of the season. You know, we had the All-Star break a couple weeks ago, and you know, we talked last week about all the big trades and you know,
basketball there.
basketball. Magic Johnson, Avery Johnson. What is it about being a Johnson you can't say the sport you play in?
You never know. Avery Johnson, he's from deep down south.
Yeah,
he is.
He sure is.
I tell you what, you know, you speaking of that, let Jason Kidd not be in the game with 7 seconds to go and they down 2 points.
Well, hey, Mark said.
I hate to say it. I was watching Skip Bayless today. I hate to say it. I don't like the man, but he's right today. He said Avery Johnson put a nail in his coffin last night. He put the first nail in there.
Mark Cuban was over there with the hammer and the nail.
Well, they interviewed Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban says yeah, I know he got said it on TV, but he said he respects the decision.
He got the other show. I tell you what you want to hear.
But
when I go in the locker room,
I'm gonna tell it like it
but
is.
here's who you got to give credit to. You got to give credit to who? Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Because when they asked that dude about him not being on the floor with 10 seconds or whatever left to go in the game, he says, hey, I respect the decision that you know, the coach made. But let another top player, you know, get interviewed like that. Oh, it'd be like, man, I don't know what's going on through their head, or like Stephon Marbury or Allen Iverson. Man, you let them get interviewed and they are not on the floor with 10 seconds left and they down. It'd be all kind of.
But the thing about it, the media needs some, you know, it's kind of in between. You know, you're in between baseball. You tired of talking about steroids. Now they got to bring up, you know, this is a fresh topic. They can dig real quick. Jason Kidd. They played last night.
And speaking of Jason Kidd, you know, you just talked about the trade to Dallas.
Look like him.
Yeah, you right, Slappy.
Nah.
Joe Kidd.
First of all,
You do favorite.
my son's head ain't that big. You see Jason Kidd's son? He finally grew into his head.
Oh man.
We go back to phone lines, 328-8280. Call and tell us your name, tell us where you call from, tell it like it is.
Yeah, this is Juan. I'm calling about Phoenix.
The Phoenix?
I wish that they would admit their mistake, that getting shot was the biggest mistake they ever made. What do you think?
Getting sad again?
Getting
I
Shaq.
think them getting shot on that team was one of the biggest mistakes they made.
I have to say this. I think it's too soon to make an evaluation on any of the trades, whether it be Shaq to Phoenix, Jason Kidd to Dallas, Paul Gasol doing a good thing in LA. I just think it's too soon to evaluate. We won't know until the playoffs. Because I think...
Okay, let me ask you, have you ever played any organized basketball?
I played in a 4th, 5th grade league at the local YMCA.
Well, see, you didn't understand the game. I played at the highest level, well, not in the NBA, but I played some Division I college ball, and I'm telling you, that was the biggest mistake they could have ever made.
Well,
And Jason Kidd, man, the guy was just too old.
Well, look here. I played Division I college basketball too back in. Well, look here. Let me just tell you this. Let me tell you this. I
They
played.
wanna know where you played.
Let me finish this. If y'all let me talk, I'm gonna tell you,
I
man.
want to know where you played at, too.
But you probably played somewhere like Southern Illinois.
But look here. All I'm saying is this. I got to agree with you on this because you got to realize NBA play 4 or 5 games a week. So it seems like a long time right now, but really the trade is only 2 weeks old?
If that, it's only about a week and a half.
A week and a half old? So you got to give Shaq time to get in playing condition.
But I think the other thing, Juan, speaking on Shaq real quick, they brought Shaq in for one reason and one reason only.
Well, he's not doing it. So what's the reason you got it?
Well, let me finish my statement.
Okay.
Don't jump through your phone on me. The reason why, number one, as you said, he isn't doing it, he just got back on the court. His first game was a week ago Wednesday. The other thing is, his performance and his production right now really is inconsequential. What it means is when they get to the playoffs, when he's playing the 5 spot, he frees up Amari Stoudemire to play the block and score. And when they play San Antonio, Stoudemire won't have to be the only big man out there rebounding and playing defense. That's been Phoenix's problem for the past 3 years.
But
Jason
you know,
Kidd.
buddy, you've been listening to too much ESPN. Because I'm telling you, what you just said up there is just a copycat off ESPN. Shaq is a professional, and you should be able to get the man he's running around calling himself Superman. Let's see Superman perform.
Okay.
All I got to say is,
I'll tell you what-
one thing about this I do know, Shaq got a big heart. All I'm telling you is this: you call Shaq a punk, he gonna step up and just flip the script. All I'm saying is this: Shaq is gonna get in playing condition, and Phoenix is gonna be in the championship series with whoever.
Well,
and
I tell you what, let me ask
don't
Juan.
be shocked.
Let me ask Juan this last question. Juan, that Division I ball you played and the expertise that you're spouting right now, who's going to be in the NBA Finals this year?
Oh, he's gonna say Lakers and Boston.
No. I'm still thinking San Antonio's coming out there. Tell me San Antonio and Detroit.
San Antonio, Detroit.
I,
San Antonio and Detroit.
Sound like winter wine.
Okay, we go.
shut up, Slappy.
Your cousin over here agreeing
Yeah,
with you.
Slappy agree everything you say, Juan.
Well, Juan, we appreciate you calling, and you give us a hit anytime UPTV Channel 6 tell like it is.
You a 49er fan too, ain't you?
No, I'm a Patriots fan, buddy.
Oh, you gotta let you go. Let you go.
We let him go. He's a front runner. Let the front runner go. Cut the bite. He's a front runner.
You know, get back to where.
Man, let it ride. Let it ride. This next subject, Joe.
You know where he played?
Georgetown University.
Catwallader.
The school. That's a school that.
Let's not. You don't want to get into your basketball background, Slappy. Okay, then let's hold it down. Cause I used to have to hold your jockeys back in the day.
Ooh.
I used to have to hold you up. I used to have to put you on this shoulder and take you
carry
to
him
the
around.
promised land for sure.
But wait a minute. I had to clutch my jacket.
For sure.
Juan said I was a copycat.
ESPN
He said
copycat.
ESPN copycat. He
I
said
wish
I
you
was
had.
just
Hey, Juan, I
regurgitating.
wish you had gave us a name on who he be trying to be. I wish you
Right.
had gave us a
Who
name.
am I? That I'm regurgitating
Yeah.
all this information.
Bill Walton.
All that.
Oh wow!
Wow.
That you should
Wow.
hit Slappy with the bat because that's bad.
Come on, hold on a second. Let me load it up. Put your head right there, Slappy. Because you just
I rather
Bill Walton.
I rather know what them baseball levy.
you ready to do that? Okay. Well, I tell you what. After the show's over with, I'll get the old Louisville sucker and
Hey.
put it on the backside of you. But we'll go back to the NBA now. My opinion is, and I'll still stick with it, that you can't evaluate a trade in a week and a half. I don't care if it's Shaq, Jason Kidd, or even Ben Wallace going to Cleveland. Because you don't know until they get an opportunity to gel, number one. And then number
Know
two
the
is
system, man. You gotta
right,
get
you
the
got to know
system.
the system. But the other thing is,
Paul Gasol just now, learning the system in LA. He's playing good ball, but going back one, I hate to disagree with you, but I think Shaq being there is gonna free him up. I mean, the first night Shaq played, Stoudemire scored 33 points.
37.
Yeah, 37
Right.
points. I mean, it takes a whole lot of pressure up off him.
Right.
You know, not only does he have to, before the end, Sean Marion, he's a good player, but before then, Stoudemire had to block your shot,
Right.
had to get the rebound, and
Right.
then go try to score.
And the other thing, think back when Kareem played with Showtime. What was Kareem's job when he played with Showtime?
Man, Kareem probably didn't come down the court halftime on defense.
Hey, because when Magic and them got the ball and got it out on the break, who was the one who got the rebound?
He did.
He kicked it out. He's the 5-man.
Boom.
It's not his
They
job.
go.
But what did he do? When the shot clock got to about 14, here you see
Him coming down.
he
the
coming
court.
down court,
Adidas.
and then he get in the post, and he turn around, bucket. And that was Kareem's job in the 80s, and that's how come the Lakers were successful. It's the same thing with the Lakers right now, because, with Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Now, you talk about the Lakers, let's go back to that 1 second. Paul Gasol, playing good basketball. What happens when Andrew Bynum comes back?
I think it's going to be a chemistry messed up again.
Hey, so that's my point about how can you sit here in a week and a half and gauge any of these trades and call them either a failure or success?
Well, I'm
you
looking
can't
at
do that.
and I'm also looking at it like this. Shaq's sitting at home right now. I'm gonna tell you some of the loss that really, got people talking about the Phoenix Suns was when they lost to New Orleans the other
Right.
night. And that's what everybody thinking, well, that's a bad trade. Shaq ain't, he can't beat New Orleans. But New Orleans is a good team. But what I'm saying is Shaq sitting home, people thinking like, hey, Shaq is gonna prove to everybody, and I believe he's gonna prove to everybody in a big way that hey, he's still the Diesel.
Well,
and he's gonna hold down a little bit.
I'll tell you what, we're going to go back to these phone lines. Hopefully it's a friendlier caller because I was really nervous. Caller, go ahead.
This is Wayne again, calling from the game.
Our live reporter, live from Central High School.
Centennial.
High School. Big Wayne.
Go ahead.
Central up by 8 with a minute and a half left.
Sounds like a winner there.
Minute and a half, Central by 8. What's the score?
Oh, that typewriter.
He was trying to send Morse code.
Do you understand the stat, girl?
No, I didn't catch all that.
You didn't? Okay, well, I'm glad you're on the job.
Well,
You know what it is? Them green beans got on the phone and cut him off.
Don't blame my food.
But
Okay.
you know, all the people talk about the trades that's going on in the NBA.
Right.
I think the best ones when Stoudemire went to San Antonio, take a little pressure off Tony Parker and them,
All right.
and Bibby going to the Hawks.
Now, that's one that we haven't talked about, baby, going to Hawks. Hawks are still young on the baseline,
Oh
so.
man, they got some.
Yeah.
Oh, they got some beasts down
Yeah.
there.
Thoroughbreds.
They got,
They
but
do.
they
They
still.
got some young slappies.
They do. They just young.
They do.
That's all I'm saying. They young.
got Horford, Childress.
And the man that destroyed the 2005 Illini hopes, Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams.
You know, so I think with that trade, I agree with you. But speaking of another point guard that's available right now, Sam Cassell was finally released out of his contract by the Los Angeles Clippers, and so he is now available after clearing waivers.
He's going to Boston.
Oh, quick.
You say
Probably by the
He
time we
gave
get out of here.
Rondo- he
Probably
gave-
by the time
he
we get
gave-
out of here, it's a done
He
deal.
gave Rondo welcoming foul a couple weeks ago.
okay? Say
One
hey,
of them like,
I'm coming.
they gonna come
By the
to
time this show's over with, the deal will be done
So you say Sam I Am will be a Boston Celtic?
with this boy Garnett again.
Other
Old
than
Cornex.
other than the
Cornex
Celtics,
back.
what other team could have used a veteran? And you know he's kind of a combo guard. He can play shooting and point.
Detroit could use one. They don't have nobody to back up Billis.
Yeah, that's true. I think Detroit could use him. Boston could definitely use him. What about in Cleveland? How would he have fit with Cleveland now with Larry Hughes being gone? You know, right now Cleveland, you've got Damon Jones. Daniel Gibson's out for what, 6 weeks? You know, so
Booby out.
yeah, Booby out, man. He's
And
done.
then my man, what you call his name? Damon Jones.
With
That man
the
ain't-
faux hawk.
he hit some 3-pointers. This is the first time he hit some 3-pointers since Miami won the World Championship.
Yeah, been a while.
It's been a long,
Long
time.
time,
He
yeah.
scored that many points. With a Dolly, you cut his hair. He had a mohawk.
No, that's a fro hawk.
You cut his hair.
Look here, man. You know, we talking sports. You talking eye jokes.
I ain't said nothing.
He said nothing about your eye, man.
Oh, Joe,
He just
Joe.
asked you, did you cut the man?
You
hair?
know, Slappy trying to get eye jokes off. Okay,
We love you, man.
Right, okay.
What's that in your hand, though?
don't worry about it, man.
But I mean, it's coming around the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
March will set the tone for the playoffs.
Set the tone for the playoffs.
This the month coming up.
This
I
is the
mean,
best month of basketball, period. When it
Oh,
comes,
yeah,
especially
March
college
Madness.
basketball, and then after that, you got NBA playoffs.
Well, right now, you look at the setup in the NBA in the East. Everybody knows about Boston, Detroit, Cleveland. They were the runner-up last year. Those three right now, head and shoulders over everybody else in the East. In the West, you've got the Lakers, you've got Phoenix,
Tough.
San Antonio,
Tough.
Denver. You've got Golden State.
Houston.
Well, now with Yao being gone, you just cross Houston out because unless McGrady scores 70 a game,
They got Matumbo.
But here's the thing in the Western Conference.
Matumbo is as old as us.
But here's the thing in the Western Conference, when they set the brackets up, and you know how they go number one team, and then they go the lowest eight.
1-8.
Anybody can be number one. I mean, that whoever you play, it's
Right.
gonna be tough, man. West is gonna be tough.
And
I
then-
don't care who plays who, it's gonna be tough.
New Orleans Hornets are playing some outstanding basketball. I think, like I said earlier about Atlanta, New Orleans is still young, and I still
Yep.
can't see
Yeah,
them
right.
getting in the playoff situation and being able to produce
Right,
there.
right.
You know, but
Good point.
I'm writing. Wait a minute. Before we move on to some other stuff, Juan, chat girl, you be on the lookout for Juan calling in and coming at us, calling us copycats.
No, he ain't coming at us. Don't say calling us. He called you.
I'm glad you.
Am you right, Slappy?
You right.
He said you. Juan didn't say
called
nothing about.
you a
He said
copycat.
you was a
He
copycat
said, I heard the
ESPN.
exact same thing on ESPN.
He said
No, he
Joe.
didn't say. He just said I was, and you know
He
what?
said, Joe,
I'm
watch,
offended.
He said, Joe, I watch
I'm guilty
Espen.
of-
I watch Espen,
I-
and you was a copycat.
I'm appalled and offended, and I write.
Jason Kidd looking like.
My character has been sullied. I don't know if I can go on with this position. but I will. Now, speaking about going on, the Bulls got rid of Ben Wallace.
And
You know.
that's.
Where do the Bulls go from here now?
I mean, shit,
Down.
just play the season out and enjoy your summer.
But right, and that's my point. Now, when they get to the summer, you've got Drew Gooden on the team. Larry Hughes is on the team now. You got Ben Gordon. What do you do next year?
What I don't understand
Do you
is
see those guys still on the team
no,
next year?
no. And what I don't understand is how can you get to the playoffs last year with the exact same team that you got this year, and you don't, and your record is terrible. You got to the playoffs last year, and you almost got the exact same team, but your record is
It's the coach.
terrible.
I think it's three things that happened there. I think the East got a little better. You know, you got some other teams.
But look at the record,
playing
Joe.
basketball.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think Bundy just hit on the head. Slappy said his coaching.
Cool.
Scott
Okay.
Skiles.
Yeah.
You know, but the other thing is, last year the Bulls and this year, same team, they're a jump shooting team. The percentage shooting was a lot better. Ben Gordon and Heinrich were doing a lot better job of scoring, and their shooting percentage was a lot higher last year than it is this year.
So is that the coach, or is that you as an individual not working on your game a little bit harder in the
It's the
summer?
coach. You should see.
You gotta put
Look,
players
we
in
three
position.
We three average Joes can sit there and figure out and
Two
dissect the
Joes,
game.
one slappy. Go ahead.
You know, we can sit. I mean, it's the coaching. Scott Skiles won the coach last year. NBA, like you said, the NBA East last year was weak as ice water, weak as 5-day-old Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
and competitions got better. Look at the Pacers.
Yeah. They've kind of fallen off, but
Look at the Heat. 10 games.
James, right.
They 10-45.
Horrible.
Now that's the question. What do they do? Forget Chicago.
Play it
what
out.
Does the Heat, what do Miami do?
What Miami does is they play 2-on-2 the rest of the season.
Come on, man.
Like Marion and
Wade.
D Wade go out there, play 2-on-2. You play your two best against us, and then that's how we play the game. And
Like NBA hot shot.
there you go. Old video game.
Number one, Pat Riley needs to get up out the head coaching position. He needs to go back upstairs or do whatever. And then that's one thing they can do is get another coach.
Right.
And then build off of D Wade again. They need to do something, man.
Well, and you think about what they did. They set their team up to go for a championship run. They brought in a lot of veterans, whether it be Mourning, Gary Payton, Posey, along with Shaq and D Wade. And now, all those guys are either old, retired, gone, whatever it is. And that only happened in 2 years.
Right.
You know. But what's not old is the phone lines, 328-8280. Caller, be kind. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell her like it is.
Hey, it's brother-in-law.
What up, brother-in-law?
Not much. Hey, first of all, I want to say Miami, they need to just keep losing and get Hibbert out of Georgetown.
Hey, that's good. Well said.
But nope, you can't do that either because it's been proven in the last 4 or 5 lottery picks, the worst team ain't got the best pick.
Yeah. But that's a chance you just got to take, though. That's a chance you got to take.
The Clippers will probably get the first round pick this
They
year.
have to take it.
That's a good synopsis, brother-in-law, because if I'm a losing team, I'm going to do the same. Look, I'm not going to just say lose, but I'm hoping
be
like,
competitive.
yeah, okay, I'm looking towards next year. I'm looking at this big dude over here at Georgetown or looking at these little freshmen that's coming out of college, man. I'm telling you, them some mean scoundrels coming out of school right now, these freshmen
Mean
boys.
scoundrels.
Yeah.
And as far as the host, goes, he look like a fake Stuart Scott.
Wow.
But they on you.
With 2 good eyes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Boy.
Let me do the spreads. Oh,
Hey.
it's the big one. Brother-in-law, I'm coming to join you.
Stuart Scott with
Stuart
the
Cop-
straight eyes.
With a dead eye on my side.
Wow. You go, you Stuart Kidd.
Brother-in-law, I appreciate
I
you,
can
man.
give you my eye, and you sure would look like Stuart Scott.
Hold on, let me get my Stuart. Let me.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Hey, brother, I can give him my bad eye. He sure would look
Wait,
like
here we
Stuart
go.
Scott did.
Booyah! Brother-in-law, we appreciate you hitting us. UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is. Take care.
Man.
Man, you know what? I need a hug.
Here, take this.
No. Put that back on.
Hey, is it Stuart Kidd or Jason Scott?
It could be, you can have 4 names now.
Wait a minute.
Stuart Jason Scott Kidd.
First of all, I did not know this was the Flavor Flav Celebrity Roast.
Man, you started when you called my boy Slappy.
Oh, I just called him Slappy White.
You know.
I said Jason Kidd.
But I mean,
One started. He said you was a fake.
right?
He said you was the ESPN.
Fake copycat.
Yep.
And then he asked me that I played a competitive ball, and he put me down because I said I played a little 4th, 5th grade organized ball at the Y. You know, which I really don't need to tell a man where I played.
Right, and I don't need to express where I played either.
You know, I just.
I know I
something
used to
like
take care of that business.
Yeah. You did.
I know I used to take care of that business.
Most buffalo tight shorts.
Yep.
Yeah, we got pictures.
Another one.
But let's get away from the NBA real quick. Major League Baseball, spring training has started.
Uh-oh.
You know.
Watch out. He got a ball in there.
Oh, he get ready to throw the spitter. Don't throw the spitter. Spring training has started, and hope springs eternal for us Cub fans.
I'm a Cub
100
fan.
year anniversary.
It's going to happen this year.
And there was a prediction by a Cub player
Yeah.
that and he was like, "Hey, I'm not trying to, you know."
Man, they all talk.
Hey, you know,
Know
he
that
says,
right now talking.
I just think we're going to be going to the ship this year. He goes, I really believe in this team, and I believe in him believing in that.
Well, you know, if you look at the Cubs lineup right now, you got Soriano, the Riot, Ryan Turiot playing second base, or excuse me, shortstop and batting second. The key for the Cubs, the Japanese wonder, Fukudomi.
Hey, if he
Will
comes through,
Fukudomi come through?
if he comes through, is what?
No, 1 to
It's
10.
business. It's business.
Give us the ring.
It's business.
Right. Because if you can take a left-handed hitter and put him in that slot in the 3-hole, and then you got Derek Lee and Ramirez coming behind him, woo!
Man, cough it up. Give us a Furcaturo, boy.
I'll be a fake.
Let Furcaturo do a Slappy, and I'm telling you,
Hold on,
you know what I mean?
Who?
Furcaturo. Ain't that his name?
Fukudomi.
Ficadomi then. Don't make no, they both the same.
Who?
They all the same.
Food.
Food.
Fucadomi.
Fook.
Right.
You
Food.
coming over with a new name.
Fucadomi.
That's some down south talk right there.
Hey,
you know
that's
that
it.
boy, that Fukudama.
Now,
You know, I ain't gonna be the only one to get his name wrong.
we're talking about a little excitement with the Cubs, but my question is, with all the steroid, HGH stuff,
I'm getting tired
is that
of that.
going to tarnish the image of the season starting up in about a month?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because they don't keep talking about
Yeah,
it.
and it's getting old, man.
So, Bundy, you saying that when the
Roger
season over,
Clemens now, he need to just
Yeah.
talk to somebody and tell me, man, they got pictures of the man at the park. A little boy.
well, wait a minute,
A
Roger.
little boy got some pictures.
Right, Roger Clemens is going to talk to somebody. Them people in them blue suits.
And now they
And
got
them sunglasses
and now they
on
got
top.
Barry Bonds. You know, they got some tests that he took.
Oh, man,
You know, it's just getting old. You know, I really do. I turn off I watch ESPN every day.
Baseball.
I watch ESPN every day, and because I like to see, you know, the NFL draft, and I like to see the baseball
Wait a
training
minute,
camp.
wait a minute. You watch
Not the,
what?
well, you know what I'm talking about, you know, the signings of the unrestricted free agents and all that stuff there, and then they go to the baseball. But once they start talking about the HGH, I flip the channel, man, because it gets old. It really does. I'm getting tired of hearing all that junk. You know?
I see you.
And this reminds me of a fair. You get 3 tries. You knock the thing head off. Slap your head off.
I give you 6 tries. Six tries, knock slap your head off. I'll pay for you. Try, young man.
But
Step right up.
but hey, man, you know, I'm just getting tired of hearing about
It
steroids,
is. I
HGH.
mean,
Yeah, I agree. with
Roger
you.
Clemens
I
should
think-
not be at training camp for the minor leaguers. I mean, it tarnishes me. I'll be like, if I'm a young kid coming out, how you gonna tell me something? You lying.
Right. 20 years of lying.
But they need to take care of that, man. And here it is, baseball season coming up. Take care of that off the camera. You know,
Right.
take
But
care of that instead of
No, they're not.
I know they're not. I know
went
they're
past
not.
that point.
You know.
They at the point of no return.
And then they got his son. You know, they interviewed his son about all this stuff. It's
And
just
then interviewed them young players, 18,
Yeah.
19-year-old
Yeah.
players. How you think about Roger Clemens? Huh?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's interview somebody on this phone lines. 328-8280. Caller, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell like it is.
This is Juan.
What's-
Juan again, fellas. How y'all doing?
what's up?
What's going on, Juan?
All right. I got a question for y'all. What do you think about the Patriots trading, or getting rid of Asante Samuel?
Stupid, biggest mistake they ever made because he's the best cover corner in the NFL. They should have let.
That's what I've been trying to tell my brother for the longest.
Well, tell your brother the Patriots just fell back to the pack. They shouldn't have signed Teddy Bruschi because he's getting old. The linebackers are the problem for the Patriots. All of them are old. Junior Seau is 75, and Teddy Bruschi is 70. So
Hold up, man. We can't let you disrespect the linebackers like
Well, they are old,
They
though,
are
Juan.
old,
But
Juan.
here's the big thing, though, Juan. Here's the big thing. Everybody gets over. Here's the big thing. What New England better do, they better sign Randy Moss. If they don't sign Randy Moss,
It's over.
Forget Samuel, because Moss may be in Dallas playing next to T.O., which that'd be a big mistake, I think, also. But they better take care of Randy Moss.
Well, see, we'll tell you fellas something. You don't know the New England Patriots well at all, I take it. You guys are sitting up there talking, and you're not fans because look what we did.
He played Division I
all
football.
those years. Randy Moss is not a big factor for us. It's good to have him, but he's not a major factor.
Man, you
okay, I tell you what, Juan. If they don't sign Randy Moss as a New England Patriots fanatic, do you think they will get to the Super Bowl next year?
Yeah, he do.
I gotta agree with you. No, they won't.
Okay.
They won't make it.
Okay.
Case closed. Case
Right.
closed.
Case closed there, Juan.
Case closed.
That's why the show called Tell It Like It Is.
Case closed.
We're going to tell you like it is.
Yeah, but I'm gonna remind you guys now to the guy that said that Shaquille has to get into the flow of things. I'm telling you, that was a major mistake.
Well, I'll tell you what. We will find out come May when the playoffs kick off. I truly believe that when the playoffs get here, the force that Shaq is, not on the offensive end, but the defensive end, because being a D1 player like yourself, you know when it comes crunch time, you ain't going to see the 100-point games in the playoffs. Those games will be played in the 70s and the 80s. And that's what Phoenix...
I guarantee you, Shaq won't be a factor.
Oh, you make sure you pay your cable bill because you're gonna see the real Shaq Diesel.
And then we'll be...
Okay, but I tell you what, bro, you make sure your cable bill is paid.
Well, you know what, Juan?
Hey,
got-
I run a wire to the neighbor's house, so I hope they pay their bill.
His stuff is run right on speaker wire.
All right, then.
All right. Take care, Juan. Appreciate you calling back. Well, now that we about a couple minutes left of the show, let's jump right into Illinois, because Illinois plays Iowa tomorrow.
We got to.
I figured we'd close out with a little lot. You know, they play Iowa tomorrow, 6
Woo,
o'clock.
boy.
Iowa City. Illinois 11-17.
Juan probably think Illinois gonna win the NCAA championship, don't you, Juan? You probably think they're gonna win the whole thing.
No,
don't you?
don't you mess with Juan is not my friend. You leave
Juan
my
probably called here
friend
and said,
alone.
Juan probably called back next week and said, y'all know nothing about Illinois. Now I'm gonna tell you something, man, Illinois.
Illinois is a Big Ten champion.
Yeah.
in the tournament.
Okay, well go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, close this show out.
Close it out. But like I say, Illinois takes on Iowa, and then they got 2 more games left here at home. Michigan State comes into town Thursday, and then Minnesota.
Man, don't worry about him, Jay. Come
I
on.
was speaking.
Go ahead,
Slappy.
Let him ride.
You
Slap.
interrupted my dissertation.
Let him ride, Slap. Go ahead.
There you go. You always got to use those big words every week. Dissertation.
$100 words. But like I say, Illinois takes on Iowa tomorrow. Do you expect anything different than what we've been seeing?
Not
It
necessarily.
might be a little closer game.
Yeah. Well,
Iowa's
Illinois-
an up-and-coming
no,
team.
I'm looking at it like this. Illinois is one of the best first-half teams in the Big Ten.
Right.
I mean, they are, seriously.
They're the
First
best.
half
No, they're the best 10-minute team.
in the Big Ten. But
Big Ten.
when they come out that locker room, I don't know what Weber get them or what he tell them, but everything
It's them Snicker
falls.
bars.
Everything falls, man. They are not a second-half team for
Well,
some reason.
They're not a second-half team. I don't see anything changing in tomorrow's game, especially in the fact games on the road. Iowa's improved. Iowa right now is 5-10 in the Big Ten and 12-16. So, you know, on schedule overall records about the same. But I tell you what,
They started
man.
out rough at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they started off rough, just like this show started off rough, dealing with Slappy White and Acapulco Gold over here. But we made it through. Scat Girl, you got your 8-call minimum, and Juan counts as 1 call, even though he called twice.
Yeah.
But Juan, we appreciate you calling. Juice Box, we appreciate you calling, even though
Brother Law.
Brother-in-law, I didn't appreciate the Stuart Scott comment, but I'll
It's the truth,
take it.
man. It's the truth.
Take the night. Jason, John, great job as usual in the back.
You talking to yourself.
Tell it like it
Jason?
is. We've had a great job here.
Johnny Dollar, see you here
Next
whenever.
week,
Slappy.
Friday, Acapulco, Slappy.
Big
Fake,
Wayne,
fake
Big
Stuart
Wayne.
Scott, we out of here.
Peace.
Let's go. Yeah.